Siwashaye sawaphephetha ke mbukeli amahora amabili ohlelo lwethu. Wena kunenhlanhla uma ngabe ke ususibamba la ngoba phela siyayinyusa ipace manje sesingena ke ku freeway. Uyakhumbula kodwa umbukeli ukuthi esikoleni sasijabula kanjani uma kungenathisha esikoleni. Sina nje sasithi sisahleli nge-free period hayi sivele simbone uthisha weMaths eseza nerula lakhe elide ezongena kuma period abantu engenela. Sivele sicasuke sife. Awu bakithi siyikhumbula lezo nsuku zesikole phela manje impilo iwishiwishi yenza mawolowolo.
Hey kodwa sikawula sasengane.
Usakhumbula sasengane?
Ngisakhumbula mntakama. Kodwa sentsho noba impilo injani masigawule sihuqa.
Akukho phela esizokwenza.
Asikhohlele siginye sigowe siye ngakhona.
Forward we go.
Forward we go asoze sibuyele emva. Siphinde sikubulise mbukeli sikwamkele kwi-Euro yethu apho sizoyiqwela siqonqothe kodwa nakubeni sizayiqonqotha imbiza yona isaqhuma kuba uvimba wethu uyaphuphuma. Sicela ugushe kaloku khona phansi emiqolombeni kwilali ngelali nasemalwandle. Sithi masingaphosi maseko sicha iqhume namhlanje kuba uvimba wethu mbukeli uyaphuphuma. Usehleli naye kaloku unonkanyezi Albright right ngena fright liqhuma naye inzokazi yaphakwa mageba sikuphakela zitshisa masiye mbukeli.
Masibheke ke ehamba phambili kuleli hora. Izophothulwa namhlanje engqungquthela yamaqembu aphikisayo kuleli abhunga malungana nokusebenza ngokubambisana okhethweni likazwelonke ngonyaka ozayo eKempton Park eMpumalanga yeGauteng.
Indaba ze-SABC zifumanise ukuba unobhala jikelele wezizwe ezimanyeneyo uAntonio Guterres uzokubhabhela eMzantsi Afrika ebutsheni beveki ezayo ukuya kuzimasa ingqungquthela ye-15 ye-BRICS eGauteng.
What's happening? Libitso la ka ke Thato Immaculate ngwanyana wa Mosotho ra o leboha hobane o dutse monana le rona e khaya jikelele go tshwareletse bolo re o tshwaretse dipapadi weather ditaba ntho tsena na kaofela Monday to Friday. Danke os, thank you.
Namhlanje amaqembu aphikisayo kuleli azophothula ingxoxo ezimayelana nokubusa ngokubambisana eKempton Park eMpumalanga yeGoli. Usolwazi uWilliam Gumede uzoqhubeka kwengamela lezi ingxoxo njengoba kuzobe kuusuku lokugcina ziqhubeka. Isikhombisa amaqembu ayingxenye yalezi ingxoxo kanti inhloso yawo ukugudluza iAfrican National Congress njengeqembu elibusayo nokuqinisekisa ukuthi i-Economic Freedom Fighters ayilokothi nje ithole ithuba lokuthatha izintambo zombuso. Phakathi kweyimiso zavumelane ukusebenza ngaphansi kwazo ukuthuthukisa umnotho, ukwakha amathuba emisebenzi, ukuqeda ingqinamba zokucisha kogesi kanye nokuqikelela ukuthi wenele umthamo wamandla ogesi. Kanti ke mbukeli ingxoxo isaqhubeka ukuphuma nesivumelwano sokuthi ubani ozohola lomfela ndawonye wamaqembu uma kwenzeka iANC beyiqumba phansi okhethweni likazwelonke.
Isideba sephondo kunye nabasebenzi bakahulumente kwiphondo laKwaZulu-Natal babizelwe eLuthuli House ngunobhala jikelele we-ANC uFikile Mbalula. Umbutho lawulayo uxhalabile kukucotha kokuhanjiswa kwenkonzo kwelaphondo nalabo ubuthe eqolo umva kunyulo lovalo Sikhewu. Ithi ke ayinelisekanga kungaqhubi kakuhle kombutho we-ANC kwaZulu-Natal kunye nesideba sephondo kuhulumente. Unobhala jikelele wezizwe ezimanyeneyo uAntonio Guterres uzakuzimasa ingqungquthela ye-BRICS kwiveki ezayo. Indaba ze-SABC fumanise ukuba unobhala jikelele wombutho wezizwe ezimanyeneyo uAntonio Guterres uzakuba lapha eMzantsi Afrika kwiveki ezayo ezokuzimasa ingqungquthela ye-BRICS ye-15 eGauteng. Ungomnye ke wenkokheli ezingama-67 kunye nemibutho yehlabathi engama-20 ethe yamenywa ngabasindleki. Ukuza kwakhe ke kumenza ibe ngunobhala jikelele wokuqala we-UN ukuzimasa ingqungquthela ye-BRICS. Oku ke mbukeli kubonisa ukukhula nokubalulekileyo kwalombutho.
Ibhange lamazwe eBRICS New Development Bank elethule isikhwama okuhloswe ngaso ukwelekelela iNingizimu Afrika ngoxhaso lwemali ubhekana nezidingo zengqalasizinda kulelizwe.
So yesterday marked our entry into the South African bond market. We started this process already several years ago when the bank registered a 10 billion rand program on the Johannesburg Stock Exchange. So this was the first issuance under that program. We very much intend to be a regular issuer in the South African market because, as you know, we finance infrastructure projects in South Africa, and we intend to raise in rand to finance many of these projects. So yesterday we raised in total 1.5 billion rand. We're very satisfied with this issue. There was very strong demand. Originally, our intention was to raise $1 billion, but because of the strong demand, more than $2.5 billion of orders, we increased the size of the offering to 1.5 billion rand. So in short, we will use that 1.5 billion rand to finance sustainable infrastructure projects at home. Each of our member countries, South Africa, as you know, has got very deep capital markets. We've got Johannesburg Stock Exchange, one of the best regulated financial markets in the world. Brazil, China, India, each of our countries are fairly, large emerging markets with very well-developed financial and capital markets. It's always been our strategy since 2015 when we started the bank to, as far as possible, to try and tap into the capital markets of our member countries. However, most of our loans, we are also led by our borrowers. Most of our loans, most of the requests for financing from our countries have been in US dollars. And because there are larger pools of US dollars, there's deeper pools of liquidity, if you like, we can raise money cheaper in dollars off the back of our high credit rating. So it's not very much, it's not a either or, if you like. We will continue to raise dollars, but at the same time, we will increase our focus on local currency financing. To give it sort of clear expression, about 70% of our funding we aim to raise in US dollars and other hard currencies like euro, British pounds, and so on. And then 30% we aim to raise in local currency, renminbi, Indian rupee, South African rand, and so on.
Ityala likaSenzo Meyiwa kulindeleke ukuba liqhubeke ngalentsasa kwinkundla ephakamileyo ePitoli, nalapho ipolisa uThabo Mosia liza kunika ubungqina. Umusiya ngomnye wamapolisa okuqala abizelwa kwindawo yexhwayelo kwindlu kamama kaKelly Khumalo eFosloras kwimpuma yeRhawuti. Izolo ke uMusiya uye wajonga ifoto kunye nemiboniso eqokelelwe kwindawo yolwaphulo-mthetho. Kungoku nje amadoda amahlanu asematyaleni ngokubulala lo mdlali webhola ekhatywayo owadutyulwa wabulawa ngonyaka ka-2014.
Lizoqhubeka namhlanje icala elibhekene nowabe yimeya yaseTshwane uDokotela uMurunwa Magwarela enkantolo ekhethekile yezemali ePitoli. uMagwarela ubhekene nezinsolo zokukhwabanisa ezeyamene nokwethula umbiko ongamampunge owabe uhlonza ukuthi igama lakhe alisenalo uGcopho lokho kuthiwa wakwenza njengemizamo yokuvikela isikhundla sakhe sobumeya. Sikhuluma njengembukeli ungaphandle phela ngebhayile eyinkulungwane eziyishumi zamarandi, kanti ke kulindeleke ukuthi inkantolo namhlanje yethule usuku okuzoqalwa ngalo ukuqulwa ke kwecala abhekene nalo. Mbukeli okwamanje ake siphose amehlo ke sibheke isimo sezulu. Siphinde ke sikwamukele mbukeli ekhaya jikelele.
Siyabamkela ababukeli bethu ekhaya jikelele. Kanti ngoku mbukeli singena kwi-trends. Lo owathanda kunene siva into yokubana phaa kumakhasi onxibelelwano ngeziphi trends ezitshotshentla x.com #SenzoMeyiwa trial ubutshotshentla. Lithini inqaku nokusi?
Kukhona no #Ramaphosa kube khona no #SenzoMeyiwa kanjalo futhi ke no #Mango. So ke mangabe ke siqala ke udabeni lika SenzoMeyiwa icala la khona amehla bethe njo kuleli icala elundaba mlonyeni kuyicala phela lokubulawa kalowo unozinto Orlando Pirates nebafana uSenzoMeyiwa. Izolo ke mbukeli bekubhekisiswa ukwehluleka kwamaphoyisa ukuqoqa ubufakazi nokwenza nje umsebenzi ngendlela efanele endaweni yesigameko eFort Lawrence ke Kholosa. Izolo phela bekufakaza ke usayitsheni uTimothy Mathebula enkantolo ephakeme iNorth Gauteng ele ePitoli. NgoLwesibili kwakufakaza usayitsheni uPatrick Mthethwa owakubeka ngokusobala ukuthi amaphoyisa ayengayifakile izipahla zokuyivikela ngesikhathi eqoqa ubufakazi. Okusho ukuthi impahla zokuvikela kusho ukuthi basho into efana nama gloves ukubona ema kwi-crime scene phela kufuneka egqoke ngendlela ethizeni ukuze ningeze ukutemperature with evidence. So ke owayefakaza ngolesibili ke uPatrick Mthethwa wakubeka ngokusobala ukuthi cha amaphoyisa ayengayifakile impahla zokuyivikela ngesikhathi ke eqoqa ubufakazi. Ake sizwe ukuthi ke abantu baphefule bathini lapha ya ku x.com.
Right, #crime has no nationality. Utiena. Sergeant Mathebula is the only state witness who has answered questions posed to him accordingly so far in this #SenzoMeyiwa trial. We actually I am tempted to believe he has been honest throughout his testimony and cross-examination.
Kanti ke uKatleho yena uthi abo Sergeant Mosiwa abo Mthethwa abo Timothy Mathebula's incompetence is the reason why a lot of people get away with crime in this country. Disgusting. Hawu uKatleho uthi hayi ubufakazi balamaphoyisa yibo lobo benza ukuthi abantu banga ijezeli izenzo zabo ezimbi lapha eNingizimu Afrika. Ukhona ulandelayo ake singene ke manje kwi #yethu yesibili ethi #Ramaphosa kuthiwani Makholi?
#Ramaphosa uyaqonda ukhumbule wena mamtshali nawe mbukeli into yokubana le veki sikuyo siphawula isikhumbuzo seminyaka elishumi yenyikitya yaseMarikana okuke kuchazwa njengezinye zeziganeko ezimanyumnyezi ezakha zenzeka kweli lizwe. Abasebenzi bomgodi kule ndawo baqhankqalaza bekhalela ukonyuswa kwemivuzo ngama-12,000 uyaqonda ukhumbule into yokubana phezolo siyasaba nodliwano ndlebe nomhlalutyo wezopolitiko unjingalwazi untsikelelo breakfast imbuzi into yokubana ingaba ukuzawuthi kangoku kukhona na into ebambekayo esingathi urhulumente uyenzile. Kanti ke uluntu lona lusafuna batshutshiswe abo banegalelo kwinyikitya yaseMarikana kwaye abantu abaninzi bakholelwa ukuba umongameli weli uCyril Ramaphosa unegalelo ngokwenzekayo. Yena athi wena mamtshali xa njonga pha ku-X ndafumanisa imfanekiso kamnumzana uCyril Ramaphosa bemfakile phana bemdwebile bemfake negazi apha kwisuti yakhe. Emva ke kwalo mfanekiso kunalaba amadoda ngamaxhoba athi asweleka kula nyikitya yokufa. Into ethi ke abantu baye baphefumla ku-x.com bevakalisa inqumbo yabo nonganeliseki ngendlela uCyril Ramaphosa enze ngayo. Uthuli Sofela uthini pha mamtshali?
To never forget what Cyril Ramaphosa did for profit. 34 children are fatherless because of him and the love of money. Special one yena uthi since Cyril Ramaphosa became a president, every year when South Africans are commemorating the #Marikana massacre, he always finds a reason to leave the country. Funny. You special one uyasho ukuthi ena solokhu nje kwenzeka lesi sibhicongo njalo ngonyaka mengabe sekukhunjulwa lolu suku uthi umengameli uhleze bonakala ewumuntu ongekho ke lapha kwi-country ngaleso sikhathi mhlawumbe kuyaqondana usuke ephesheya kwezilwandle phela hambe ngomsebenzi. Ake sibone ke Twitter enye landelayo uthini crime has no nationality.
I think siyasayifunda le ngeyesenzo meyiwa uwaboma uyathi into yokubana South Africa must never forget that Ramaphosa gave the green light for the execution of black workers in order to protect his interest. We will never forget Marikana massacre. Uyathi into yokubana bangalibali uMzantsi Afrika ungayilibali into yokubana yena umnumzana Ramaphosa nguye owanikeza igreen light yokubana ababantu abaswelekayo kwenzeke lento siyibonayo.
Kanti ke mangabe siqhubekela phambili ke mbukeli sibheka i-hashtag yethu yokugcina i-#mango. Izolo phela mbukeli abantu ke abalandela ezemidlalo balale bengawuvala umlomo ngeinqumo ezithathwe emidlalweni ke weMoroka Swallows kanye neSikhukhune United. Iswayiswayi linqobeke lo mdlalo ngamagoli amabili kwelilodwa. Igoli lesibili ke lingene ngesikhathi esengezwe uNompempe. Liyakhalisa ke igoli lesibili ngoba phela uNozinti ukhala ngokuthi yena uphushiwe. Ake sizwe ukuthi ke ababukeli bona babone kanjani. Ake siye lapha ku-x.com sibone ukuthi babone kanjani. The Brain uthi whether the Mango and Sangare issue is correct call or not, this should really push at official PSL to implement VAR at least next season. Many teams are going to suffer and some will benefit. This is a multi-million franchise. Team owners will suffer the most. Usho khona ukuthi ke ay lolu daba lolu selwenza ngempela ukuthi luqine isikhalo sokuthi phela iPSL ake implement iVAR. iVAR ke makholi uyabona ukubona emasebenza lesa square makucheckwa. Twa kuzocheckwa iscreen mangabonalanga kahle ukuthi ngempela iphutha lenzakaleyo noma lenzakalanga. So ke abantu bakhala ngokuthi cha iPSL nje implement iVAR at least ke ngesizini elandelayo ngoba phela amaningi amaqembo azothi ke achaphazeleke asafarishe ngenxa ke yalokhu phela hey ibusiness lezebhola it's a multi-million franchise.
Right, usenzo tata kaMzilikazi ndiyacinga uyathi into yokubana lento yenziwe nguGabadino Mango kuSangare keeper weSikhukhune Mphizma
Emphosele epalini phakathi ke kuyifoul ecacile nje and ingakho sicela iVAR lapha eMzansi ngoba hayi onompempe bethu abageji ngathi bayabukisa kulesi season ngane zakwethu ama team amaningi azophela. Uyabona ukuthi isizulu saseKZN ke lesike ke makhole
uMphizma hayibo.
So usho khona ke ukuthi iVAR nayo ukhuluma ngendaba yeVAR ukuthi hayi onompempe abageji ngathi bayabukisa sho usho lokho ukuthi cha iVAR ngathi yisisombululo ngoba kuzolokho kuphikiswana ukuthi ubani oright ubani wrong. Uthini ke uColeman
yena uthi they were siding with Moroka Swallows, those Soweto Derby Okay, saying Sundowns benefited from poor refereeing. Jiggy today, Mango is a bad player and Swallows don't deserve that win. Sixol sembukeli ngamanye amagama.
Eyokugcina ke iX elapha ku x.com ithi Sikhukhune United goalie Ali Sangare catches ball pushed by Moroka Swallows Frank Mango into the net. At @SAF_net ref awards the goal. Full time Sikhukhune United 1 Swallows 2. South African Premier Soccer League is #DSTV Premiership. Hayi abantu abajabule kushuthi ngaleli impela. Hayi ayifika iVAR izoxazula yonke lenkinga ngoba phela manje he said she said. Yeah. Mukele ke sesivala lapho ke ezama trends namhlanje ekseni kanti njengamanje ke sinje ke qunga ngapha ngaseyitolo siyakhokha iqhu singaze siboshwe siyabuya emva komzuzwana. Sikwamukele ke mbukeli lapha ekhaya jikelele. Mbukeli ezinye inhloso zokuthi usakazelwe inhlelo lapha ekhaya jikelele kusuka kungukufukula wena uchushiswe futhi uphinde uhlonyiswe ngolwazi ukuze phela ukwazi ukuthatha inqumo eziphusile. Lapha ke ohlelweni sinesigaba esibizwa ngokuthi ikhala ekhaya lapho wena ke mbukeli usuku ukhala khona wendlala usizi lwakho lapha kithi. Namhlanje ke umndeni wakwa Dlamini ukhalileke ekhaya ekhala ngokunyamalala kwengane yawo esina amasonto amabili wonke inyamalele. Igama lakhe ngubonga Dlamini. Umndeni ke njengamanje udinga usizo mbukeli ngisho emaphoyiseni kanti bathi bayile emaphoyiseni bayosho ukuthi cha linyamalele ilungu lomndeni wabo kodwa amaphoyisa ahudula inyawo. Njengamanje ke sinamalungu omndeni kaBonga lapha endlini zokusakaza okuthulisile eMaxase kanye noNtokozo Maxase. Kanti ke ocingweni mbukeli sino Lieutenant Colonel Mavela Masondo yena ke ukhulumela iSouth African Police Services noma ke amaphoyisa. Sinibingelele Thulisile sikubingelele ke nawe Ntokozo.
Sikubingelele nathi.
Hayi siyabonga ukuthi nikwazile ukuphumelela ukuthi nibe nathi namhlanje ekseni. Uyabona nje ngaphambi ukuthi siye ekhefini umoya wambuso uvela uswehlile mase ngithola udaba oluphelele elokuthi nize nazo sivakashela namhlanje ngenxa yesimo esinzima sokuthi nisosiza nilahlekelwe. Mhlawumbe nje ungaqala usitshele ethulisile ubonga umuntu iminyaka yakho ungakanani ube uyasebenza ugcinwe nini?
Okay, ubonga uhlala nami sihlala eHillbrow yena usebenza eboxer yale yaseGP. So ukugcina kwethu ukubonana kube kuyi20 kuyi Thursday ezohamba emsebenzini nami ngiphuma ngemsebenzini. So ilanga esamgcina ngalo ukumbona futhi angithi ube kuumuntu abangani so besitshela ukuthi mhlawumbe uhambile because ube nokuthi ahambe yolala ebanganini so yes lokho nje sihambe sesikhathi nje sitshela ukuthi usebanganini kanti ayi mangabe sesisukuma kahle ngeSaturday sesibona ukuthi ngempela kabuyi ayi ila sasukuma khona ngeSaturday sesemsebenzini so sesiyobheka ukuthi hayibo ubonga nemgcinenini akabuyanga yabona sesiqala sesifuna
manje mangabe nifike emsebenzini kuthiwani emsebenzini ngoba lapha agcine khona ukuyi
emsebenzini khona umfana obekade phoza naye bekumngani wakhe lapho ngeke moshi igama lakhe so umfana lo masimbuza wathi kena bagcine umgcine ngakusasa ngayizolo eOsisi ubani Fan Brandis no Market bahlukana lapho kwakuyikhathi zabo 8:30 to 9 uthi wamnikeza imali eyogibela ubonga ezosuka lapha ku Fan Brandis eyogibela Universal umfana lo uthi uhlale lokushini bahlukana lapho wamnikeza imali bagibela so uthi wamgcina lapho
Kenela siyamuzwa lapha uthulisile uyachaza udaba likabonga ukuthi wagcina bamgcina nini kanjani mhlawumbe yimiphi imigudu okumele ukuthi ilandelwe amaphoyisa uma ngabe kulahleke umuntu
No ngiyabonga noxolo umndeni ubingelele no umndeni wabadlamini olapho e-studio siyalizwa udaba lwabo i-case ye-missing person okanye umuntu olahlekile iyavulwa e-police station and sithanda ukuthi sazise abamameli nabalaleli ukuthi umuntu mani qala nisola ukuthi ulahlekile mele niye e-police station immediately manimbona ukuthi lo muntu lo sibona ngazi ukuthi olahlekile manje akatholakala so you go to the nearest police station akusho ukuthi makalahleke eThekwini nina niseGoli anikwazi ukuthi nolibhulu uqala la eGoli so you go to the nearest police station and abawufika e-police station iqala liyavulwa immediately akuna waiting period ukuthi umntwana omncane okanye umuntu omdala akuna waiting period amaphoyisa akakwazi ukuthi akajikisa abantu babatshela ukuthi no akukapheli 24 hours or hayi lo muntu mhlambe usebanganini akumeni kancane iqala liyavulwa immediately and then ku-assignwa umphenyi ngaso sona leso sikhathi uzoqala aphenye afune lo muntu lo ekuthiwa ulahlekile ngaso leso sikhathi immediately ayikho into ekuthiwa i-waiting period.
Yebo Captain Mavela nje sicela uyibambe lapho Ntokozo icala livuliwe
Yebo kudala livuliwe
ngoba uyasho uCaptain lapho ukuthi into oqala kufuneka yenziwe ukuthi kambe kuvulwa icala ayisekho ne waiting period ka 48 hours selikwazi ukulivula immediately manje ngabe nina njengomndeni khona lapha nilivule khona icala nanokuthi athini ngamaphoyisa
Yebo thina sayo singahamba naye usisi sihamba salivula lapha eHillbrow number 4 Johannesburg.
Yes 2 weeks ago
Yeah mhlawumbe suphelile 2 weeks silivulile
mangabe niya khona ke police station phela niyo follow up ukuthi ke yebo amaphoyisa savula icala seku 2 weeks ngabe senihambe nafika apha afike aninike iphi impendulo
yazi udetective lo besiza lapha yana ugcina kwethu kumbona besiye ukuba naye besiye emotionally leka government sahamba naye ke that day and then sabona ama unknown wakhona lapha yana usho wayengekho lo simfunayo ubonga so kwakhona umuntu oshile lapha yana sasingamboni kahle so sathi ulokhunjana udetective lo wethu sasihamba naye wathi kena ke uzo lokhunjana uzo applyela into okay uzo i DNA test because bengabo beshile ebusweni engabonakali kahle so bese sisolela kuye ukuthi ke mhlambe ngaba uyena so into yakhona ke selokhu nje esitshela ukuthi ke naye abakabuyi abasemoshwara abakabuyi kuye sisalinde yena ke leyo lokho but into engiyibonayo ngathi akusiyena because ngathi mina ngicela ngibhekele because ubonga une gold teeth ngathi sicela ukuthi udictative wethu asibhekele yena lo yamuntu ukuthi kena unalo yini igold teeth so wathola ukuthi akanalo ngiyacabanga ukuthi akusiyena ke loyo so nje into yakhona lokho yabona noma ngabe siyamfuna ukuthi sifuna ukuhamba naye ebhedlela nasemoshwari akathola usizo ngoba ngeze ngam WhatsApp wagcina ethi uku-sick leave so indaba yakhona uzoyihandlela icala ku detective Hlongwane.
Colonel Mavela nanku umndeni bayasho lapha ukuthi ukhona udetective obebasiza ke baze bahamba baya lapha emochwari ukuthi bawubheke idumbini leze ingaziwa bathola ukuthi ke hayi cha akusiye ubonga mabebone lezi ezinye idumbu kodwa the mangabeke sebebheka babona ukuthi khona oshile ke kwasekhulunywa indaba zo DNA kodwa ke ngesimo sokuthi bathi ke ubengenalo yini igolide izinyo legolide njengobonga ke but ke ubottom line ukuthi ena iphoyisa ke lelo ke mase becela ukuthi ke manje sebelidinga ukuthi bahambe naye beyobheka naseyibhedlela selikuyi sick leave manje odabeni njengalelo ngafuneka bona njengomndeni benze njani amaphoyisa kufuneka enze njani mangabe mhlawumbe umuntu osuke asayiniwe kulelo cala esihamba kuyi sick leave ngoba phela siyaqonda ukuthi kulama case okulahleka kwabantu isikhathi umzuzu nomzuzu counts
yebo noxola yezwa uyasho umndeni ukuthi le phoyisa leli eliye ku sick leave liye labe seliyasho ukuthi nokukhona elinye iphoyisa elizothatha idokodo liqhubeke ngophenyo ngoba siyazi ukuthi ukugula komuntu omunye nomunye angagula akulayezi ukugula kuvele kuzifikele nje kodwa umthetho usho njalo ukuthi no makagula kumele athathe idokodo alinikeze omunye futhi umphenyo ozoqhubeka ngalo njengoba usho umndeni kuthiwa wanikezwa uSongwane kumele aqhubeke nomndeni lapho kusolwa khona ukuthi no ngenzeka ukuthi ulapho umuntu lo lahlekile khona ezibhedlela lo othathe icase othathe idokodo mina ahambe nabo kuyozo zonke lezo ndawo uqhubeke kufunwe lo muntu lo olahlekile akusho ukuthi lo njengoba sekagula idokodo kumele lime kanyana ngoba this is an emergency icase yomuntu olahlekile so uSongwane loyo kumele aqhubeke asebenzisane nomndeni kufunwe la kufunwa khona
Ntokozo noThulisile ingabe umndeni uzizwa kanjani ngokulahleka kaBonga especially because phela uBonga kasiyona ingane encane umuntu obeyisebenzele osupervisor emsebenzini ngeke ngathola udaba nje lokuthi umama le ekhaya kwaZulu akasabuthi iquthu ubuthongo ukhala nsuku zonke ngoba akazi ukuthi kwenzakaleni enganeni yakhe
umndeni ulimele kakhulu ulimele kakhulu ngoba futhi ulimele kakhulu umama yena njena uyumama vele uyayigulela nje izinto ezifana nalezi ziyazi zimbi semkhathaze umoya silimele kakhulu nje somndeni ngoBonga futhi uBonga ubengasumuntu mhlambe ongathi unodlame umuntu beyiphuzela nje ongenankinga akasumuntu onodlame ukuthi mhlambe kwaba unama enemy yiwona lawa amthatha amenzani
Ntokozo njengomndeni nje mhlambe ngabe yini enifisa inicela nasemaphoyiseni engadlulisela yona kuColonel njengoba sixoxana njengamanje
mhlambe thina mina nje ngokwami ngicela ukuthi mhlambe bekhona ukusiza ukuthi mhlambe sikwazi ukumthola ukuthi simthole kanjani ngoba nathi kudala zula naseyibhedlela sesambile khona naseyindaweni eziningi sesambile mara sasimtholanga usizo
Colonel nanku umndeni bakithi uyakhala ukhala ngosizo ubheka indodana yabo njengamanje njengoba sesixoxile wezwa ke umndeni ukuthi yikupho osukwenzile mhlawumbe njengoba njengamanje befila bezizwa ngathi bakwangqingetshe akukho kuyaphambili nokuyemva basazi ukuthi benze njani ungabacebisa ngokuthini bakwethu usizo bangalithola kanjani
ngizothanda ukuthi nami bangiphe inombolo yabo yocingo ngizokwazi ukuthi ngithole kule investigating officer ephethe icala ukuthi seyihambe yafikaphi okunye ngithanda ukubuza ukuthi isithombe sakaBonga babunikezele na umphenyi ngoba enye into esiyisebenzisayo leyo ukuthi sithathe isithombe sesifake kuma Facebook into enzokuxhumana kanjalo as part of opinion lethu ngicela ukubuza ukuthi no bamnikezile yini isithombe baphinde futhi banginikeze nenombolo yabo yocingo ngizokwazi ukuthi ngenze i follow up nomphenyi lo
Sibonge kakhulu ke Colonel cha umndeni
ukuthi no umphenyi kumele aqale a-update i-email ukuthi sekakuphi ngophenyo lwakhe.
Sibonga kakhulu ke Lieutenant Colonel Mavela Masondo ngesikhathi sakho sethembise ukuthi nje kuzothi mangabe kuphela uhlelo siphinde sixhume sikushayile ucingo ebese umndeni ukwazi ukuxoxisana kanye nawe ke ukunike nezinombolo lapho ngabaxhuma khona kanjalo ke nemininingwane yokuthi balivule kuphi icala nanokuthi yihoba no detective bebesebenza nabo. Sibonga kakhulu ngesikhathi sakho sethembe Lieutenant Colonel ukuthi impela luzolunga lolu daba singathokoza siuhlelo kanjalo futhi SABC masingabona egcineni igcine kufikwe esombululweni salolu daba.
No nami ngiyabonga kakhulu onexolo phinde ngibongele nomndeni lo wabadlamini.
Sibonge kakhulu siyabonga kakhulu ke Thulisile nawe Ntokozo ngesikhathi senu bandla sicela nje nizidlulisele namazwi kumama ukuthi siyazwelana naye ngalobu buhlungu adlula kubo njengamanje sethemba ukuthi thina njengekhaya jikelele sikwazile nje ukufaka okuncane ukuthi mhlawumbe sizama ukuthi kutholakala isombululo lolu daba sethemba ukuthi ubonga bakithi atholakale nani nizokwazi ukuthi niqhubeke nezimpilo zethu sinifisele nje konke okuhle nokukhanya.
Siyabonga nathi. Sithembe nathi ukuthi sizomthola ubonga ngosizwe senisinikeze lona. Siyathemba sesinethemba elikhulu ukuthi sizomthola.
Siyabonga kakhulu. Labo ke mbukeli bekuwumndeni kaBonga Dlamini uThulisile kanye noNtokozo ocingweni besinokhulumela amaphoyisa eGauteng uLieutenant uMavela wakwaMasonda besixoxa nje ke ngokunyamalala kaBonga Dlamini. Umbukeli nangu ubonga ke useyithombeni uye lombona esesimveza njengamanje uneminyaka njengaphezulu ka40 mabili manje amasonto ke ubonga enyamalele kanti umndeni awulitholi nosizo awazi nokuthi uthathe ini uhlanganise nani. Siyacela nje ke mbukeli ukuthi nimbukisise ubonga bakithi lapha ezithombeni makukhona umuntu owaziyo ukuthi kwenzakaleni noma ungasinika umkhondo bakwethu axhumane nathi lapha ke ohlelweni sikwazi Nkosi yami ukuthi sisize lo mndeni ososizini ngesikhathi njengamanje. Khumbula ke nokuthi ke nawe mbukeli ungakwazi ukuthi ukhali lapha ekhaya jikelele sikhona ukuthi sizokwazi ukuthi sizame ukukusiza enkingeni othi ubhekane nazo. Zama nje ukuthi nixhumane kanye nathi naseinkundleni zethu zokuxhumana lapha ekhaya jikelele. Okwamanje ke mbukela sithi nje kwehlisa imimoya inhliziyo ethi zibhlungu ngesijequ 8 sizobe emva komsuzwana. Siphinde sikwamukele mbukeli ekhaya jikelele. Ubuqhwaga bungase buchazwe njengokuphindaphindwa kwempatho engathandeki enesihluku nenzondo ngomunye noma abanye abantu kothile. Lo mkhuba ke uvamile emakhaya esikoleni nasemsebenzini. Imbiko ke ibonisa ukuthi ezinye zeyisulu zigcina seyithatha nempilo yazo. Ucwaningo olwenziwa iMegan Harrington Johnson we-Harrington Johnson Attorneys and Conveyancer lubonisa ukuthi bangaphezulu ka-3.2 million abafundi abazisulu zokuqhwagwa minyaka yonke eNingizimu Afrika kanti ke abanye bezisulu bagcina sebethatha ngisho nempilo yabo. Phakathi ke kokunye imphumela yobuqhwaga isifo senhliziyo nemithambo yegazi ukuphazamiseka ngokwengqondo ukusetshenziswa kabi kwezidakamizwa nokwehlisa nje ukuzethemba ukushiya amakhaya ukuyeka isikole.
Ukanti mbukeli apha kwindlu zethu zosasazo sindwendwele ngumbhali wencwadi osemtsha uSiyavuya Mabhece ukhuthazwe ke lizinga eliphezulu lebullying ikakhulukazi xa sijonga ezikolweni. Ukanti ke kuZoom ukhona umphathi weSave the Children umama uGugu Qaba. iSave the Children ke mbukeli ngumbutho ongenza inzuzo nolwela amalungelo abantwana futhi ke uyakholelwa kuba bonke abantwana nolutsha kumele babe nekamva eliqaqambileyo kwaye sibakhusele. Mama uGugu Qaba sinaye pha kuZoom sikubulise sikwamkele ekhaya jikelele. Hayi ke mbukeli ngathi kukhona nje ukubhidana kwekomiki sizawuzama into yokubana pha esound bazame ukulungisa kanti ke apha estudio siyavuya siyakubulisa siyakwamkele ekhaya jikelele.
Hello, Jadi.
Ndiyaphila Nkosi, njani wena?
Ndiphilile.
Wow, I mean usemncinane kodwa wathatha usiba nephepha wabhala incwadi ethi Stop Bullying ugwema abafundi. What was the whole inspiration behind you writing this book?
So what inspired me to write this book, I was watching news with my mom and we came across this video where two girls were fighting and the other girl, she was being beaten up so badly and no one was there to help the girl. everyone was laughing and just taking videos, and it was so wrong that they were doing that, and there was no one to help her. And the next day she killed herself because she couldn't take the pressure, and I didn't want other kids to feel like that and to be felt like they're overpowered and feel like they don't matter anymore. And I also wanted children to know that if we keep on killing ourselves, there will be no future. There won't be any doctors, lawyers, teachers if we keep on killing ourselves.
That is so true. We won't have the likes of Osiyavuya if, really, bullying iyaqhubeka. And speaking of bullying, we know that it's quite prominent in schools. That's where it takes place. And it's so sad because, as a student or as a learner, you are told to trust the adult. But, when you really experience bullying, it's like the world is totally against you. And I know that you have subjects that you read in schools, you have your life skills, you have a life orientation. Do you think they are doing enough to address the issue of bullying?
I don't agree fully. I agree 50% because there are posters and they're sayings, but they don't really do anything. They don't take action actually. And so when there's a big problem with bullying, it only becomes a big problem in the school where they actually accommodate it. And I feel like they should do more, and they should also do anti-bullying weeks or anti-bullying months so that we accommodate bullying and it becomes an everyday thing. And it's not just something that happens when something big happens. It should be normalized,
Wow. Now let's speak to Umam Kuku. You know that she's on the line, right?
Yes.
Kambuli, say it. Hello, Mam Kuku.
Hello, Mam Kuku. Unjani ba?
Ngiyaphila siyavuya unjani wena?
Ndiphilile enkosi.
Mama Kuku lo omvayo nguSiyavuya uthe wabhala incwadi yakhe apho egwema khona ibullying. Kodwa ke mama masikwamkele nawe enqubeni and happy Women's Month. Ungene kamnandi kaloku kule nyanga njengokuba ukhethelwe kwisikhundla esiphezulu kwinkampani eyenza umsebenzi obaluleke kakhulu wokukhusela amalungu wabantwana. Congratulations ngesisikhundlana sakho. Ngokufushane nje mama ngaphambi kokuba singene kulomba sithetha ngawo webullying. Khawusixelele njengohambo lwakho ukufikelela apho ukuwo njenge-CEO.
Vuyokazi, morning and good morning to the listeners. And thank you very much.
Igama lami nguKholosa.
Oh, Kholosa, I appreciate the congratulations and thank you very much, Kholosa. Uhambo lwami. Uhambo lwami, I am a public health specialist. I am a health professional who has a passion for people, who strongly believes that people have potential and they can be able to turn their lives around. So, and I've worked a lot with children and women. And of course, I work with families because each time you look at a child, you're actually looking at a family, you're looking at a community, organizations that are around them, including government that is making policies. So I've worked in all these levels to ensure that we improve the health of our communities. And I strongly believe that humanity or each individual has potential in them. One, to understand what is wrong, to understand what is right, and to make the right decision. So ikona into eyenzakayo in a person's life that we can be able to turn around to help them to always make better decisions. Because as soon as a decision is wrong, efana nebullying, efana nokulwa, efana nokuthi sishaye abanye, it shows ukuthi kune problem, there's some anger somewhere. So I've been in the field of public health simply because I believe the health of the society is in their hands and they can do something about it. As Usinovuyo says, the one who wrote the book on bullying, it tells you that we can do more. And it's not a government or a President Ramaphosa who must come to our communities and turn around our lives. We have the responsibility and we can make a difference. And that have been part of the journey of improving the health of society up till this day. And here I am again, making sure that we improve the lives of children. I've been in Save the Children for almost 5 years now, and that says we are seeing the difference that we're making, but we are calling on children themselves, and I'm happy that we've got an author on bullying, and we're also calling on communities, which means it's good that Umama, that helped this child who wrote the book, to support her. That is what we want, because we want parents to be engaged. We want communities to turn their own lives around, because communities can be areas of excellence as long as, you know, you can start per home, per street, and a ward changes if we can be keen and want to do something about it. Look at the fact that when communities do not have services, they stand up and do something about it, and the situation changes. Why can't we do something about reducing the violence that we have so normalized? That's basically who I am.
Wow, amazing work oyenzayo mama, and I mean it's in great alignment with what uSiyavuya, I mean ubhale incwadi apha ekhuthaza abafundi into yokubana babeke phansi ngebullying. Siyavuya, I want to come back to you because I mean incwadi yakho resonates with a lot of learners. I mean you also spoke about cultural bullying in your book, and I mean I remembered that we lost a doctor, a future doctor who had high hopes, but unfortunately her dreams were dashed right before her eyes. Ulatita Nako, I remember it was year 2021. She was heavily bullied esikolweni because she was isangoma. She committed suicide because of that. So in your book you address different kinds of bullying, and also you state cultural bullying. Can you just enlighten us on what cultural bullying is?
So in my book, I highlight cultural bullying, and cultural bullying is bullying a person on their culture, on who they are, their mother tongue, or what tribe they were born into, and they bully them because of maybe they heard rumors about the culture saying, oh, this culture, they are these evil people and stuff. And some people like to bully them because of who they are, and they can't change anything about it.
And I mean the sad thing about this whole bullying issue is that it does not only end there, but you'll find that some, they may not have the strength to carry on. They end up committing suicide. Like, I mean, in the recent news we had, I mean, this child who poisoned himself. There's a lot going on, and in your book you also touched and highlighted the story of Utina. Can you just enlighten us on that?
In my book, I have a story. Her name is Tina, and she was being bullied by this girl named Queen. And it's basically a story just showing how bullying is and different types of bullying, saying that not only girls can bully and not only boys can bully, everyone can bully. And it's not just a specific generation or a specific gender, everyone can bully. And I also touch how Tina, she's too scared to speak up to bullying, and she can't say anything because she's scared of this girl Queen.
And I mean, you don't only give advice to your peers on this book, right? Mugelwe Khaya Jikelele ndiyathanda into yokubana uyibone the cover yencwadi kaSiyavuya Mabece apha ngaphandle, uyatsho into yokubana ibullying mayiphele ezikolweni. Ndiyathemba into yokubana uyayibona. Siyavuya, I mean, you don't only give advice to your peers on how they can eliminate bullying, but also you give advice to your teachers apha in your book, as you have stated. You also advise that maybe they can have a box where maybe umfundi unengxaki, they can just note down, and I mean they can note down, journal. You advise that a lot. I mean, why do you think that is important?
I think it is important because children are scared to say that they are being bullied, because this bully is saying, if you report to me, then I'll do something to you. So I suggest that teachers, they should have a suggestion box, as I said in my book, so that children can speak out and teachers can make it more easier and more approachable for children to report and say that they are being bullied and that they are suffering a problem with bullying.
So you do advise that that children must start journaling in that way so that they voice out their concerns. Mama Gugu, ndiyathanda into yokubana ndibuyele kuwe kwakhona kuba kwa Save the Children kulapho kaloku ngenene nizama ngandlela zonke into yokubana nikwazi ukulwa nalomkhuba webullying. Sithe qolo ngenene ukukhaphaka iziganeko kubi kakhulu kubona abantwana bezibulala ezikolweni. Ndiyaqonda into yokubana nani ninazo inkqubo eninazo. Ningasithela nje chuphe ngazo ezo nkqubo eninazo into yokubana abantwana bangakwazi into yokubana bakhomithe lento yebullying.
Thank you very much for the question. We start early childhood development where we teach teachers in how they should take care of children. We also teach parents on how they should be responsive, loving to their children. Because in South Africa, Konamanje, Sibona, 1/3 of children are being abused physically in the home setting. So that is why we deal with the home setting in order to reduce that bullying. And Ukumbule, as long as the child is hurt at home, they develop anger, they end up thinking solving problems is by fighting. And then they get to the school setting and continue the fighting. So we've got programs then that are teaching parents and teachers on positive parenting. We've got programs that are teaching about parenting without violence, because parents, I think, they get stressed because of multiple reasons, and they end up bakipela stress on the children. And so all those programs are teaching them how to be gentle. And yes, we agree, children have rights, but children also have responsibilities. So as Save the Children in South Africa, we are saying, yes, there could be a problem that the child has caused. So how do you positively discipline this child? That is another course that we give to parents in order to ensure that they're able to discipline positively whilst developing. And then we also have what we call children's networks, where we teach children how to behave, which means, yes, they have rights, but how do they discharge their responsibilities in the home setting? And we also work with both parents and children on what we call child participation, because a child has a voice. You heard Usiavuya saying that abantwana are afraid of reporting. It's because their voices are shut down by the adults that are around them. So we teach children how to participate, how to voice their views with respect. And we also have to teach parents, because most parents don't understand Uguti. It's important to talk to a child. So we teach both of them to be able to give each other a voice.
Uxolo Mama Gugu nje sibethwa lixesha siyabulela kakhulu ngokuthe wasirhabulisa kona namhlanje, and thanks to you Siyavuya for joining us. We wish you all the best in your book, and we really hope that incwadi ezifana nezi they will really amplify voices of children nabo bakwazi ukuthetha ngebullying. Right imbukeli ke we ekhaya jikelele siyiqwela siqonqotha ngolohlobo eyalapha ekhaya jikelele. Qiniseka ke ubangaba uyayifuna incwadi kaSiyavuya, hamba pha kula website yabo ethi www.vuya.online. Iqiniseka lokho into yokubana mawusiphuleke nengcambu umba webullying. Yo sikhathele ibullying.
Aish ayiphele mayiphele. Well done Nana on your book. Well done, well done. Mbukeli ke sesifike ekuphethelweni ke kohlelo lwethu namhlanje lesiniphathele lona. Siyabonga kakhulu ngosenihlanganyele kanye nathi. Siyabuya futhi kusasa ngesikhathi esifanayo khona la ku DTT Channel 8.
Yes, siyabuya umuntu abe nenhliziyo efana, abe nosuku olufana nenhliziyo yakhe. Sinithanda ngothando lika love.
Nisale kahle.